Are you ambitious, but lazy? Do you dream big but struggle to take action? If so, this story is for you, and it might just change your life forever. Meet Arman. Arman was a young man overflowing with ambition. He wanted it all. The money, the respect, the freedom that comes with success. Every single night, he would lie in bed and vividly imagine himself on top of the world, achieving his wildest dreams, winning at the game of life. But every morning, a different story unfolded. He would hit the snooze button again and again. He'd spend hours mindlessly scrolling through his phone. He worked, but only just enough to get by. His favorite phrase, "I'll start tomorrow." But as we all know, for people like Arman, tomorrow is a day that never seems to arrive. His parents were growing more and more concerned. His father, a practical man, would often say, "Son, time is slipping through your fingers. You're not getting any younger." His mother, ever hopeful, would pray for his future, for him to find his path. But Arman would just brush off their concerns with a confident smile. "Don't worry," he'd say. "I have a plan." The truth was, ARD, no plan, yet excuses. He blamed bad luck for his situation. He blamed society for not giving him a fair chance. He blamed everyone and everything around him, but never once did he look in the mirror and blame himself. You see, Arman's biggest problem was his comfort. He lived a cozy life. He had free internet, a soft bed to sleep in, and delicious meals cooked for him. There was no real pressure, no urgent need to struggle, no heavy responsibilities on his shoulders, and that comfort, which seemed like a blessing, became his prison. He wasn't suffering enough to feel the desperate need to change, but he also wasn't winning enough to feel proud of himself. So he remained stuck in that lukewarm, stagnant middle ground, a place where dreams go to die. One day, Arman went to a wedding. There, he ran into some old friends from his school days. The reunion was a brutal reality check. One friend had started a successful business. Another was a confident professional, respected in his field. They were all moving forward, building their lives. Then came the dreaded question, "So Arman, what are you doing now?" He forced a smile and gave his usual vague answer. "Oh, you know, working on something big." But inside, he felt a crushing emptiness. He felt like a fraud. That night, for the first time in a long time, he went to bed and cried silently, the bitter taste of shame and regret filling his heart. This feeling lingered until he had a chance encounter that changed everything. He met Samir, a guy he used to know who was once quiet, insecure, and weak. But the Samir standing before him now was completely different. He was strong, confident, and independent. Arman, desperate for an answer, asked him, How did you do it?" Samir looked him straight in the eye and said something that hit Arman like a lightning bolt. "I stopped lying to myself," Samir explained. "I stopped waiting for motivation. I worked even when I was exhausted. I showed up every single day, no matter what." Those simple, powerful words echoed in Arman's mind. That night, Arman didn't just go to bed. He stood in front of the mirror and truly looked at himself for the first time. He didn't see the ambitious dreamer anymore. He saw the truth, and he spoke it out loud. "You are lazy," he said to his reflection. "You are wasting your life. You are disappointing your parents, who have given you everything." The tears came again, but this time they weren't tears of self-pity. They were tears of resolve. In that moment, staring at the person he had become, he made a promise. He decided to change. The next morning, his alarm went off at 5 a.m. There was no spark of motivation, no sudden burst of energy. There was only one thing: discipline. He forced himself out of bed. It was hard, incredibly hard. He started studying, building skills. He started working on his projects, taking real action in FAE. A lot. He faced rejection after rejection. The old Arman would have given up, but the new Arman kept going, because he knew that the pain of trying and failing was nothing compared to the crushing pain of regret. Slowly but surely, a change began to happen. He stopped wasting countless hours on his phone. He stopped complaining and making excuses. He poured all that energy into one thing: improving himself 1% every day. People around him started to notice. a difference. Not because he was talking about his big plans, but because they saw his actions. They saw the work he was putting in and day out. He wasn't the same man. Consistency was forging him into someone new, someone stronger. 1 year later, Arman had succeeded. He had achieved the goals he once only dreamed about. It wasn't because of luck. It wasn't because of some magic formula. It was because of his relentless effort. Today, when people ask for his secret, he tells them the truth. Dreams need discipline, he says. Ambition needs action. You don't need to wait for motivation to strike. You need to build habits that carry you forward even on the days you do you and feel like it. If this story feels like your life, if you see a part of yourself in Arman, then let this be your wake-up call. This is your sign. Your journey doesn't have to be a dramatic movie scene. It starts with one small step. Start today. Start small. But just start. Because your future self is watching you right now, hoping you'll make a choice that will make them proud. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Here, we believe in turning dreams into reality.